Hello, thank you for joining us. My name is Megan Waters here on Armstrong's Neighborhood Channel, and we're here to chat with Center for Family Services about the upcoming First-Time Home Buyers Seminar in Meadville, Pennsylvania. Thank you, ladies, so much for joining us. Feel free to introduce yourselves.
Hi, I'm Diane Bulharski. I'm the Housing Department Supervisor at Center for Family Services.
I am Monica Confer, and I work in the Housing Department at Center for Family Services.
I'm Corey Harmon. I'm a real estate agent with Remax Hometown Realty.
Very good. Again, thank you so much for coming in today to talk with us about the upcoming workshop. I understand that this is kind of a continuation of a series of an event that your office has been working on. So tell us a little bit about kind of this initiative and what brought Center for Family Services to this idea.
Well, we've always done them for the 20 years that I've been there. We used to do them quarterly up until COVID, and then we had stopped doing them because of all the restrictions. And we just started again last year. We're trying to do them every 3 or 4 months. And part of the reason we decided to get back into it is because of the cost of rent. It really is cheaper to own a home now in most instances than it is to rent a home. So there are a lot of people out there who do qualify that don't even know it, and so we're just trying to get the word out and help those people.
Sure. And I think that's a great point that you're making, that it can be more economic to own your home than it can be to rent. And that's maybe a misunderstanding or misconception out there. So you're spreading some awareness, even if folks aren't maybe ready for that step. It's something they can be working towards.
Yeah, a lot of people think that owning a home is out of their reach because of the cost. They don't realize that there are loans out there with very little down payment or even no down payment, that there's closing cost assistance through something called Seller's Assist. And they have no idea what their credit's like. I've had people come in and say, I'll never qualify. I have such horrible credit. And I run their credit and they're at almost a 700, and they had no idea.
So it's a great awareness campaign.
It is,
just even that, a jumping off point.
Yes. And
Fantastic.
then, I mean, when they come in after the workshop, a lot of them come to see me for a one-on-one session to do the credit and the budget and their debt-to-income analysis. And they're always leaving happy, most of the time. I can't say always, but
That's great.
Most of them leave very happy.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate that, because that's another part of just supporting our community. People are, if they buy a home, they're invested here automatically. So that's a great way to grow our community and continue the things that we have going on here.
Yeah.
So fantastic. Well, what were some takeaways from the previous event in terms of what maybe you learned as an organizer? Was there a greater need, I imagine?
Yeah, we've had more interest since we started them back up last year than we ever did.
Oh, wow.
Prior years.
Sure.
The last class we had 30 attendees. We're very crowded. So we hope to have a really good turnout like that again.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
So tell us, when can we expect to have this next workshop?
The one we're coming up is Saturday, July 12th. It's from 9 a.m. to approximately 2:30 in the afternoon. And it's at Juniper Village in Meadville. You enter through the back doors, through the parking lot area.
Yep.
And it's free.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So it'll be a great location, as you mentioned, parking. It's easy to get to, right off of Chestnut Street, and low stress. Just show up to learn.
Yeah. There is a registration link on our Facebook page. We prefer people to register ahead because we do provide lunch, and it's nice to have at least an approximate count, but we do also welcome walk-ins. If people don't know till the last minute that they can make it, that's all right.
Sure. Well, wonderful. Well, tell us, ladies, a little bit what you'll be doing at the workshop.
Well, usually the speakers take over for us. So just a basic introduction about the process, and then we kind of let the speakers take over and explain their processes as well.
Sure. And you'll be speaking that day?
That's right. Yeah.
Very good. Yeah. What will you be presenting?
Well, we'll be discussing mostly like you said, the processes involved in it from start to finish. So what can home buyers expect the start of the contract up until we actually close on the home.
Sure. So it's not just about can I financially afford this, but also an education opportunity on what does this process look like? What can I expect? What do I need to have in order to participate in the
That's
whole
fair.
contract process? So
Yeah.
that's fantastic. So again, even if these folks aren't maybe ready to sign on the dotted line tomorrow, this helps them educate everyone about what the process looks like, how they can prepare, and
Even the
Get everyone
inspection process. We have an inspector coming to speak. Who else is?
We have some lenders on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have Stephanie Turner. She's a local mortgage lender. She'll be there. Corey is the realtor. We're going to have Julie Wilson from Common Roots. She talks about their self-help housing homeownership program. Ben Mangus is our inspector, and Cosette Clark from Marquette Bank will be there. As well as a couple other people.
So a lot of
yeah, we'll
great-
have an appraiser too, but I'm not sure which one is coming.
Sure. A lot of great local experts, so they know the community well. They can speak to what it's like to work and live here, and really speak one-on-one with folks, I'm sure, if they have additional questions.
Yeah.
Very good. Well, again, I know we talked about pre-registering, so we'll have that information available to our viewers so they can go ahead and do that. But if someone isn't able to attend, is there a way that they can get the information or get in touch with you?
Yes, they can just call me at Center for Family Services and schedule a one-on-one appointment with me.
Perfect.
And I'll go over pretty much everything with them, run their credit report if that's what they'd like to do, and calculate their debt to income ratios and credit to debt ratios. And we go over what ratios different loans require, which is kind of
Sure.
complicated to get into right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, in a one-on-one appointment, we do all of that.
Absolutely. So that's great. This isn't just a one and done kind of workshop.
Nope,
It's just
they
an
can-
introduction to a
Yeah.
service that's always available.
Yeah. Another thing I'd like to mention, when they attend the workshop, they get a certificate. A lot of the first-time home buyer loans require people to go to something like that for first-time home buyer education before they close. And so that certificate is good for a year. So like Corey said, maybe they're not ready right now. Maybe in 7 or 8 months, they're going to be ready. Their certificate is still good.
That's great.
So they won't have to repeat the class.
Good. I learned something new. I wasn't aware of that. Yeah. Very good. Well, I appreciate you bringing this to us. We're excited to be involved. As we mentioned, home buyers need things like internet, cable, phone. So we're excited to lend a hand in this whole process
Thank you.
and welcome those folks into their new homes at some point. But I'm also happy to work with Center for Family Services. We worked with you guys through our Breaking Bread program and your food pantry, but you also do this home buyers. You do so many things through your office, so it's a really great resource. And this is a new avenue for me that I'm learning about that your office offers to the community. So thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Absolutely. And thanks again for coming in, ladies. We're looking forward to participating and having another great seminar.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. If you're looking for more information, make sure to check out the registration info at the end here, or you can reach out to Center for Family Services for more info on home buying and their other services. Thank you so much. Have a great day.